Google announced its latest line of hardware products last month in San Francisco, and we finally have them in our pretty little hands. The Nexus 6P, the counterpart to the iPhone 6s Plus if you will, is made by China-based Huawei. First off, is this really a phone? This is the first time that I want to refer to something as a phablet. At 5.7 inches, the high-resolution WQHD AMOLED display is big, bigger than the Apple 6s Plus screen. The device is also kinda heavy, but man is it fast. It sports a Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 version 2.1 processor and 3 GB of RAM, which sings, and boy is the screen bright and beautiful. Back to the size. It's definitely gonna take some getting used to, especially if you're an iPhone user. Since it's heavy, I felt like I was gonna drop it a few times, but I don't wanna do that on purpose. I've been playing with it for a day, and its heft is felt by my wrist for sure. It also got pretty hot on the back when I set it up, which is mostly because it installs every single app as soon as it was connected to Wi-Fi. More on that in a sec. My favorite part of the new Nexus phones were the placement of the fingerprint sensor. Apple uses its home buttons as its fingerprint sensor, where Android has it on the back. It's genius design because it's exactly how you pull a device out of your pocket and use it. It's also lightning fast to unlock. The rear camera is ridiculous, shutter speed is phenomenal. It's 12.3 megapixels, shoots 30 frames per second, 4K video, and has a broad spectrum dual flash. You're getting professional looking photos with this. The front facing camera is nothing to sneeze at, which is 8 megapixels and shoots a respectable quality HD video. The Nexus 6P runs Android's latest version, Marshmallow. The hardware definitely takes full advantage of it. The great part about Marshmallow is that Google Search is embedded into basically every screen of the device. With the introduction of Google Now on tap, processing power is important, and this thing has tons of it. Make no mistake, this is a Google phone through and through. You learn that as soon as you connect to the internet and update Google's suite of apps. Even though Google didn't build the actual hardware, they provide partners like Huawei guidelines to make sure that it pairs perfectly with its operating system. It shows. If you bought a Nexus 6 last year, you're definitely going to want to sell it on Craigslist and pick this bad boy up. It starts at $499 carrier free. If you've used any other Android phone or have an iPhone, you'll walk right by the 6P. Its design is gorgeous, but for everyday use, you're probably going to want something lighter, and that's Apple's specialty. Personally, I'm sold. I appreciate the bigger screen, and after playing around with the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, I'm not taken by the incremental upgrades enough to get one. Also, I've been using a developer version of iOS 9 for months, and Android's Marshmallow is completely refreshing. Not only does it work in perfect harmony with your Google accounts, its customization options still beat iOS hands down. I carry an iPhone 6, and I'm going to check back in with you in a couple weeks to see if I make the switch.